Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going over 10 Pokemon cards that just seem way too cheap. Now, does this mean they've got some chances to go up in value? Well, yeah, very likely. Some of them might well stay exactly where they are, but they just seem too cheap. And you know, it made me think about the fact there's so many times that, and I'm shocking for it, the moment I go into my local EB Games, the moment I go into Kmart, any of those local retailers, I can't leave without just buying a couple of packs. I'm just like, you know what, I'm such a heavy sealed investor. I don't get a lot of time to open packs. So if I can pick up, you know, half a dozen a week just to open and try and pull something, I'm all for it. So that's what I do. And you know what, quite often you open a booster pack and you pull what you think is a nice hit. You know, whether it's a Scarlet and Violet card in an illustration rare, or whether it's a Sword and Shield card and you've got a card and you've got a nice trainer gallery, and you just think, this must be worth a bit. And then you look it up on eBay or TCG Player or whatever it might be, price charting, and you go, hold on, it's actually worth half the cost of the pack. That's a bit of a stitch up. Surely that's not the easiest card to pull. And then it just makes you think, you know, there's so many cards that are just, you know, they feel like they're criminally undervalued. And that's what this list is all about. Before we jump into it though, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. And if you want to become a channel member, that's easy. You just join up from the home screen. I get so many emails from members asking me heaps of questions, and we have some really good discussions on there. So that's what it gives you access to do. Anyway, let's jump into the list. Number one of criminally undervalued cards. Now, there's more often a reason why these cards are undervalued. Like, undervalued is probably not the right word because the market will choose the price of the card, you know, but they just feel undervalued. And here's one, the Rayquaza Amazing Rare from Vivid Voltage. I remember when this set came out, this set was the new hot thing. And this reminds us, you know, Scarlet and Violet might not be all that. You can always get caught off guard. Even a set like Twilight Masquerade, where, you know, it almost reminds me a little bit of Vivid Voltage in that it was the first big chase card of the Sword and Shield era, that Rainbow Pikachu. Just like really, yes, there's probably more chase cards so far in Scarlet and Violet than what was in Sword and Shield, but the Greninja is the first real chase card. You know, it's that $250 to $300 US raw chase card, just like Rainbow Pikachu was. And Twilight has some other, you know, ancillary hits inside it, just like Vivid Voltage did. Particularly in one of them was the Amazing Rares in Rayquaza. So I guess what my point is, who knows what the print runs are going to be? Who knows how saturated, you know, Twilight Masquerade is going to be printed? Who knows what the set's coming after are and whether they're going to knock it off its perch? And who knows whether Greninja is going to remain a $250 to $300 US card? It could be an $80 US card. It could do what Rainbow Pikachu has done. It also might not. It might not ever get reprinted and it could go up in value quite drastically. But anyway, my point is that Vivid Voltage Rainbow Rare, Amazing Rare Rayquaza, it's only $2.87 US. It's like a $4 Australian card. It's a good looking artwork. And yeah, the pull rates were super easy. Like I think you were guaranteed 2 Amazing Rares per booster box, but it just feels criminally undervalued. It's a good looking card. It's vibrant. It's colorful. That hollow pattern's coming out of the border. It gave that sort of vibe that the old Gold Stars did back in the EX era. And it's Rayquaza. It's $2.87. It just feels way too cheap. Number 2 on the list. And this is one from Paradox Rift. I really, really like the artwork on this card. And I'm not the best at pronouncing some Pokemon, but Cyclizar, it's an illustration rare. The artwork is phenomenal on site. I know it's not, you know, probably the most fan favorite Pokemon, but $2.44. And this goes back to my point of pulling some of those, you know, illustration rares from Scarlet and Violet era. You know, you pull some from a pack and you go, sweet, I pulled an illustration rare. Hold on, it's worth half the cost of the pack. And then you feel a bit disappointed in the whole process. And I guess that's why Pokemon cards are gambling, isn't it? You know, the only way you're really going to make money is if you pull that that big chase card from one of the first packs. But Cyclizar, only $2.44, just feels undervalued. And another one, number 3 on the list, another illustration rare from, this one's from Paldea Evolved, Pyroar, if that's exactly how you pronounce it, only $5. $5.05. This card just feels, again, way, way undervalued. And illustration rares from Paldea Evolve, you know, a lot of them have started seeing upticks in the market, particularly, of course, that Magikarp that everyone knows about. Number 4, now here's some cards that took a massive fall from grace, similar to the Rayquaza Amazing Rare from Vivid Voltage, and that's some of the trainer gallery cards from Brilliant Stars. None more so than the Evolutions. You know, Vaporeon, $3.28. The artwork on this is stunning. Yes, the pull rates are relatively easy and that probably accounts for the price of it, but it just feels so undervalued. And while we're speaking about trainer galleries, number 5 on the list, the Charizard from Lost Origin, hanging out there with Leon. This is a beautiful artwork. And its market price is $3.71 for a Trainer Gallery Charizard card with Leon, his trainer, in it. Like, does that not feel a little bit undervalued to you? Number 6 on the list, and who knows, this will probably retract back in price even more, but the Greninja EX from Shrouded Fable, the promo that comes in the collection box, its market price is currently $9. Yes, it comes in every collection box, but, you know, if you compare that to the Greninja EX from Twilight Masquerade, you know, a lot of people are on the fence of that. A lot of people are going, yeah, the Greninja from Twilight Masquerade's a better artwork. And a lot of people are saying this completely eclipses it in terms of design and artwork and holo pattern and texture. And, you know, for $9 versus $290, does this one maybe feel a little bit undervalued if you like having Greninja as part of your collection? Quite possibly. Another one, number 7, this is from Twilight Masquerade. Lairon, is that how you pronounce it? The illustration rare, $1.65. I remember playing, what was it, what are we up to there? Gen 3? Game Boy games on Advance. And, you know, wanting to get that, the top evolution after Lairon. And, you know, he was pretty strong, especially against some of the Elite Four. So, you know, that card brings a little bit of memory, or that Pokemon brings a little bit of memory back. $1.65. Number 8 on the list, this one's from, where are we up to here? Crown Zenith, I'm pretty sure. It's the Sleeping Mew, the Galarian Gallery Mew. This is one hell of a good-looking card. It's only $5.61. Mew is, you know, legendary / mythical Pokemon. The artwork on this is phenomenal, and it's only $5.60. Feels sort of undervalued, doesn't it? Number 9 on the list, another one from Crown Zenith. It's the Pikachu, the Galarian Gallery Pikachu. $3.44 this card. There's so many beautiful artworks from Crown Zenith. And I know, look, that set has been printed to absolute oblivion. It's probably been printed to a similar level as Hidden Fates, which was an amazing set from the Sun and Moon era. This set has been printed to oblivion. So I'm not saying, you know, they're undervalued and they're going to double or triple in price. I'm just saying they feel undervalued. Or more so they feel like really good value to pick up and have as part of your collection. And number 10 on the list is the UPC Charizard promo, the V card where he's sleeping in the woods. Yes, it's the least expensive out of the 3 because it's probably the least best looking out of the 3. We all love that one where Charizard's versing Mewtwo, and we all love that one where Charizard looks like Godzilla. So it's probably the least favourite of the 3, but it's only $6. $6 to pick up this card. And yes, of course, it's in every Charizard UPC, but those UPCs are starting to see a little bit of an uptick. So interesting. Hey, there's 10 cards that you probably only have to spend about, what, $30, $35 to pick up all 10 of those cards. They're all beautiful cards. They're all beautiful artworks. And in my mind, they just seem like they're extremely undervalued. Some of them probably do have room for growth. I guess this was maybe more of a collecting video with a little bit of an investing spin on it. So hopefully you gain something out of it. Tell me down below, what's a card that you think is criminally undervalued? I'm Michael, this is Pokeoz, and I'll catch everyone next time.